Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to New England Revolution versus Toronto FC, MLS 25, week 29. Toronto FC could be eliminated from playoff contention tonight. If they lose or draw, they have to win tonight to have any chance of still being alive in playoff contention for next week. Now, of course, it doesn't really matter per se. We're not making the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. We're not making the playoffs. But to be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, we lose or draw tonight. No other result matters. Our season is over, even though we have to play 5 more games. Last year, at least, we made it to the last match day. Or our last match day. Before we got season disovered. But at least it's not as bad as what? 20 whatever? So be it. So be it. There'll be a little bit of a double with the Mississippi State game, by the way. 42-0. Because I'm sure at least Mississippi State's going to beat Alcorn. They already are. With that being said, Toronto FC, if they win tonight, a Chicago Fire draw will eliminate them from playoff contention, and a Red Bulls win will eliminate them from playoff contention. The Chicago Fire have 12 wins. We only will be able to have 11. We will only be able to have 11 wins. Wins are a tiebreaker in MLS, as you know. I think if the Red Bulls win, they would be at the points line that we can get to with a win with 12 wins as well. So basically, when it comes to it for TFC, even if you win, you still might get eliminated. It would take a damn miracle for us to make the playoffs, and we probably won't. The Mets have had a horrible season, and the Blue Jays, well, hey, you're having your Blue Jays moment, 2024 Blue Jays moment. Y'all had so high expectations, you completely collapsed. I know how it feels. Hopefully next year, y'all get to be the ones who lead your league and top your division and lead your league and bounce back to where you should be. Hopefully it's a Blue Jays Mets World Series next year, I should say. With that being said, starting 11 for the Revs, Matt Turner in goal, the back 3 of Tanner Beeson. We have Brian Ceballos. We have Mamadou Fofana, the midfield 5 of Eli Feingold. We have Al-Hassan Yusuf. We have Carles Heel. We have Alan Oyerwolff. We have Peyton Miller. And up top, we have Luca Langoni and Thomas Chancalay. For Toronto FC, we have Luka Gavrin, the back 4, Kobe Franklin, Kevin Long, Lazar Stefanovic. We have Raul Petretta, the midfield 3 of Jose Cifuentes, Jonathan Osorio, Alonso Coelho. And up top, we have Theo Corbianu, DeAndre Kerr, and Jordi Mihailovic. To keep our season alive, let's see. Well, I mean, they went down first. They had a 2-1 lead, then choked it. Garnacho. I didn't watch the game, so I'm just saying who everybody else is blaming, really. I'm watching Mississippi State. I'm happy. At least there. How we doing, Dillon? How we doing, Daniel? It's going to overtime. Tennessee just blew it against Georgia. So they're both beatables, what I'm hearing. Hail, dear old state. That's all I'm hearing. How we doing, Rory? How we doing? With that being said, I say it because I want to. It's my thing at this point. Who we could. It's going to overtime. Messi plays ball. Hopefully NYCFC can win tonight. I hope so too, because that helps Toronto stay alive. Tennessee missed a 40-yard field goal to win the game. Damn. Sucks for you, but Mississippi State, hey, we're beating the shit out of Alcorn. So, yes, this will basically be a mini double for like the first half of Well, hey, at least it's Kerr, because we kind of had to. At least it was Kerr because we were forced to, but at least it's not Ullebren Hildson. Thank you, what, Midtjylland or whatever the hell? Who has him now? Whatever team in Europe that picked him up. Thank you. I still think DeAndre's better, so it could be worse. Hurricanes are winning 28-6 to South Florida. See, that's what a team in Florida should do to South Florida. Billy Napier. See, that's how the Gators suck. That's how you know the Gators suck. Billy Napier. Sunbelt Billy. Miami's doing their job. I mean, South Florida's good. They can make the playoff as the Group of 5 team. Wouldn't shock me. The best Group of 5 champion. Wouldn't shock me. But that's what you do to USF. If you're a team like Florida. Miami's actually, well, I found that out when they beat Notre Dame. Damn, a Miami summer with the Latinos made Carson Beck a freaking Heisman candidate. I mean, I'd rather be in Miami than freaking, Athens, Georgia for sure. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. With that being said, I don't blame him at all. Now, yes, LSU, Nussmeier is a freaking Heisman candidate, and LSU is good. The Florida Gators are shit. At football, at least. So, Toronto could be eliminated tonight with a Chicago draw and a Red Bulls win. Not just both, but either one. So, do that what you will. Starting 11s are as follows tonight for the Revolution. Matt Turner in goal. Tanner Beeson, Ceballos, Fofana, Miller, Yusuf, Heel, Oyerwath, Feingold, Shankalai, and Langoni. Lol. I made a video why Portugal won't win the World Cup. Starting 11, Luka Gavrin. We'll catch up. Starting 11 for Toronto. Gavrin, Petretta, Stefanovic, Long, Franklin, Osorio, Coelho, Cifuentes, Corbianu, Mihalovic, and Kerr. Bum. Yeah, but turns out that didn't work for him. Turns out that didn't work for him. Carlos Heel's the player to watch for the Revs. Maybe he wants the distractions. Maybe Carson Beck is Johnny Manziel. Jordy Mihalovic is the player to watch for Toronto FC. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they did. 3rd and 11 for Alcorn State with 1:35 to go. It's basically a double for the second half of the Mississippi State game, but they're winning 42-0. So I watched the whole first half before this Toronto game even started. Allow me. Damn, I just realized. Yeah, no. Can't do that. Yeah, that ESPN Unlimited bullshit. I can't do that next week. 3:15. You would think the game would be over by the Toronto FC game, but, no double. I just realized that ESPN Unlimited bullshit. Yeah, no. At least this is on ESPN Plus because it's all corn. So. And turns out I could still, no worries, as long as I was watching on ESPN Plus. 3rd and 11 for Alcorn State. Kick off in a couple of minutes of the Toronto game, and that's a first down. What are we doing? I want a 60-point win for Mississippi State. We are really back if there's a 60-point win, is all I'm saying. We might just beat Tennessee and Georgia. Yep. Beat the Red Bulls, please. Hopefully they win for you and me. I want NYCFC to win tonight. I want Toronto to win tonight. And I want the Portland Timbers to win tonight. That doesn't sound so weird when you think about it. But, you know, well, the NYCFC part kind of makes it weird. I don't know. Either way. I know Toronto won't make the playoffs. That would take an absolute miracle that I couldn't even create. That would take a miracle that I couldn't even create. The wins, sure. The God-forced miracle that you would need plus the wins, no. I couldn't even do that. That's what happens when you don't pull. That's what happens when you don't pull the trigger when something is obvious. That's what happens. That's on you, though. Mississippi State, 38 seconds to go. I want a field goal. 45-0. Give me a field goal. And they're just going to run the ball. If anything, you could just do some dumb shit. If anything, it's Alcorn. You're up 42-0. I mean, it's only 30 seconds. You could do some dumb shit. It's the time to do it. Sadly, why? At least your team won their MLS Cup there. And they're going to kneel it out. Mississippi State will lead 42-0 at the half. We're back. We're back. 3-0. Well, they still got to play 30 minutes, but, well, yeah, they still got to play 30 more minutes. But 3-0. 3-0. Man, it's been forever. Last time Mississippi State went 3-0 to open a season, it was 2018. I was in grade 12. I was starting grade 12 when Mississippi State last went 3-0 to start the season. How we doing, Risklander? They might. I don't think Suarez plays that game. Mississippi State, most points scored in a half since 2013. 45 once again for Mississippi State. They scored 45 against Troy, and now they scored 45 against Alcorn. Now, it is a HBCU. Not even Jackson State, HBCU. All respect to Alcorn. In Mississippi, of course. A Mississippi school, of course, as well. There's like, 4 schools of the HBCU, the SWAC in Mississippi? Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn, Jackson State. Guess we gotta. I never was the biggest fan of him, but he was starting to call stuff for what it was at the end there, which is probably what got him offed. But in the end, I pray for his family. I pray for his wife. There's no sense in violence like that. Just because you disagree with a guy. He was only debating people. And you shoot him. You shoot him like a dog. Yeah, no. It's a sad day. And I frankly don't know where this is going to go. Well, I think I do. But Alexis De Silva is the center ref. But I pray for his family. I pray for his soul. It's a sad day. It's a sad thing what happened. There should never be political violence like that. Especially somebody who's debating in good faith with other people. So it's a sad day. Whether it was somebody who was a lunatic doing it or it was a sanctioned hit, I don't believe the shooter they say it is the real shooter, but either way, I'm not going into that. Either way, whether it was a patsy or not, it should have never have happened. So it sucks. It's a sad moment. Georgia wins. Whether it was that patsy or not, whether it was a real hit or it was that patsy, and we're off. Here we go. It's a sad thing. So it's sad. But that's my thoughts on Charlie Kirk. I pray for his family. I pray for his kids. I pray for his wife. I pray for his soul. I pray for the people who knew him and worked with him. But it's crazy. Like, that man did so much in only 31 years on this earth that not many people could do in a whole lifetime. So that's respectable, in my opinion. But that's enough about that. Let's see. Is Alabama beat Wisconsin? They better be. And we're off. That's out for a goal kick for Luka Gavrin. Revs wearing their away kits. Yeah, Alabama's beating Wisconsin. Duh. Toronto has to win to stay alive with help, of course. But first of all, they got to win. We won't know either result by the time our game's over. All we know is if we lose or draw, we're done. Well, we still have to play 5 games, but no playoff contention. We know we won't lift the cup. We knew that already, but, maybe a miracle. Well, yeah, that's a problem. Playing forward, Toronto heads it away. Stefanovic, he was caught way out, luckily. Yeah, Alabama's going to, they're killing Wisconsin. They're playing at Bryant Dennehy Stadium. Well, that makes sense. 2 minutes in. Alabama should have been winning that game, and they did. Well, Alabama's still going to lose some conference games. Ooh. Now, that's tough. I'd go with Gavrin to start. If it was me, I would go with Luka to start to kick off the season because I like Adisa D-Row, but he doesn't have MLS experience. What I would do, in my opinion, is if it was me, here's my opinion. I would let Sean go. He's had an amazing season. I'm not saying he hasn't. If I was the coach, I would let him go. He deserves a chance to win something. Well, we need to get younger anyway. I think Luka's just as good, and I think D-Row's at least a good backup. I think under the guise of we need to give Sean a chance to win, we let him go. If it was me, because I still plan on winning games. But if it was me, I plan on winning games. But under the guise of let's give him a chance to win, let's send him somewhere that will give him a chance to win, who needs him. And then we go with Gavrin. We start with him, and if he's doing well, which I think he should, we let D-Row be the backup, learn under him, and if Gavrin moves on, we go to D-Row. If it doesn't work out, we go to D-Row. We let D-Row have the Can Champ games. We let him have, well, we ain't going to the playoffs, so Leagues Cup's probably out of the equation. Unless some crazy stuff happens. I don't know. Like Vancouver makes the CCL, but they pick a team who didn't make the CCL out of Canada to be in the Leagues Cup, and Toronto finished above Montreal, so then we'd be in the Leagues Cup because Vancouver was in CCL, and they're not going to let them not do the Can Champ, so we're in because we're the second best Canadian team of the year. Instead of getting replaced with San Diego or some bullshit. Oh, wait, San Diego's already in the playoffs. So, with that being said, either way, if we did play Leagues Cup for reasons, I think it would be fair to let a Canadian team. They had Montreal in there, but there were 2 Canadian teams that made the playoffs, and San Diego was new. There's no expansion teams. There would only be 1 Canadian team in the playoffs. I think it would be fair if you gave the second best Canadian team the Vancouver spot instead of some random team that Miami's making the playoffs. So it's not like, either way. Does Sean stay in MLS? Probably. I mean, he's already old. So Sean's too damn old, in my opinion. Interesting. Sean's too damn old to go anywhere else but MLS, unless he just moves down to the USL. He's 34 now? Like in his mid-30s? Yeah, he's not going anywhere else. Not after wasting 3 years at Toronto FC. You're out of your mind. Huh? So. I have no idea. I don't work for Disney. I don't work for Pixar. I have no idea. All I know is the characters. What, Frozone comes back? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Playing forward. 7 minutes in. What, Frozone comes back? Is that the... I don't know. Playing forward, that's out for a goal kick. So that's all I'm saying. I have no idea. Honestly, I agree. Nothing against Sean, but he should have. Like, him going to Toronto was... I don't know if he expected it to go this badly, but it did. So, that's nothing on him. I think Sean's a good dude. I think he's a good goalie. He's still damn good. I personally think he didn't expect it to go this bad. If he could go back, he probably would have. And I don't blame him one bit. Frankly. I don't blame him one bit. Yeah, we already talked about it. Go back like 5 minutes. Ninth minute. Cross in. Header punched away. This is MLS game. I can talk a little bit and say the bare minimum, but it is what it is. 10 minutes in. Cross in. Header! Wide. I don't think anybody. Yes. Money. Oh, here it is. Money talk, bullshit walks. Money talks, bullshit walks. That isn't just the way things work in college football. That's how things work in life. Money talks, bullshit walks. Do I agree with it? No. Is that the way the world goes round? Yeah. Money talks and bullshit walks. That's why. Saudi Arabia could pay a whole lot of money. Whole lot of money. Call him Antonio Brown because they got a whole lot of money. Please tell me somebody got that reference. Andrade got released, I know, but he did nothing when he came back, really, so who cares? 11th minute. Besides, I don't even think he's with Charlotte anymore, so that's out the window. So I guess you went back and saw what I guess you're good at reading between the lines, except when I say either way. I don't know. So y'all can read between the lines when on that case, but you can't read between the lines when, okay, whatever. Could we see the Lucha Bros reunite very soon? Maybe. Maybe. With that being said, corner for the Revs punched away. But yes, Alex. Mm-hmm. But when I say I have reasons to bandwagon the Steelers, you can't read between the lines. So, like when I say I have a beautiful reason to bandwagon the Steelers, you can't read between the lines. Except for Rory and Bledsoe, but they definitely know. Fourteenth minute. Martial washed. Today's WWE is all about nostalgia pops. Just another Monterrey signing that they'll spunk out money for because he has a name, and it's like, hey, you know, this is a good idea, and they'll still lose big games because for some reason they don't know how to win them anymore. Like Monterrey does not know how to win big games anymore. They used to have a horseshoe up their ass. Like I used to call them the team who has a horseshoe up their ass when it came to CONCACAF. Like they always won the Champions Cup, no matter what. Every time they were there, they won. Now they can't win a big game to save their life. What happened? What happened to the old Monterrey? What happened to the Monterey that had a horseshoe shoved up their ass? What happened? Now we're relying on Martial and Sergio Canales and other dude. Well, not Sergio Ramos. I'm talking about forwards. Thought slipped in my mind. Richie Larea's on the bench, but he did play 2 games for Canada, so. And pushing the wrong talents. Well, Ubers are nice. They're very convenient. Ubers are very convenient. You had the money to spend for them. They're very convenient. Where you're actually going somewhere or you're getting food delivered to you. It's convenient. It's convenient. It's convenient. It's convenient. Pushing the wrong talents. 2 draws, buddy, to the New Zealand of CONCACAF. 2 draws, buddy, New Zealand of CONCACAF. And Canada won both their games, just so you know. And Sigurd Rosted's coming on. He's actually been good recently, so you know what? Fine. He's actually been solid recently. Not that I'd keep him, but he might actually be worth a damn. I don't know if that's because he's actually been good this year. I won't lie. Sigurd Rosted's been good this year. I won't lie. But he's coming on for Long because injury to Long. So that's probably his season. But we beat Wales and Romania. We won 2 games in Europe for the first time since the 90s. Was it? No. Oh, no, that was state. That was a ranked win. 80s? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Either way. State was the 90s with a ranked win. Yeah, home ranked win. Non-con, because they've won ranked games in the SEC. But either way. Either way. 80s. It's been a while. He's here. Alex is using his secondary account. But he's here. He's talking right now on chat. 18 minutes in, 0-0. At least, well, if they draw, Toronto's still out anyway, so it doesn't matter. Playing forward. What would suck is if Toronto draws or loses, but we get the results we needed on the other games. That would suck horribly. That would hurt. That would hurt. Like, that would just be like, really? Really? Second half has started for Mississippi State versus Alcorn. Wait, are they only doing... Whoa. Are they only doing 10-minute quarters now? They can't... Can they even do that? Yes. Yes, there's too much tragedy and heartbreak. We do need to pray to Jesus for the safety of our families and ourselves. Yes, we do. I agree. So we do have a 10-minute quarter. We rock their shit so badly. They asked for 10-minute quarters. Dear God. Lord. I was laughing at the 10-minute quarters, by the way, just to be clear. Mississippi State, hold on. They can't do this, can they? Ten-minute quarters college football. Mutual agreement. Kobe Franklin gets a yellow card. So I guess the coaches agreed. 10-minute quarters. We're getting our ass kicked. 10-minute quarters. I want a 60-point win. I don't care. 1st and 20 on Alcorn. Now 2nd down. I still think we could score, 28 points in 20 minutes? Playing forward. I still think we can. Yeah, we were 3-0 by halftime. It's fine. They're going to wish they didn't do that if they start coming back. They're not. Right? Right? Playing forward. Then again, the last time we had a second half, our offense absolutely just died out. 3rd down. Our offense died out completely the last time we had a second half. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. It'd be a bad sign if it was against Alcorn. Well, it depends. Depends on who we put out there. Well, it's the Intercontinental Cup, though, which a CONCACAF team will be playing in December. So I've always done the mini. Besides, what, you didn't react that way during the Club World Cup? Dude, there was a good number of them during that month. Also, I've done Italy games before. I don't know what you call college football. It might be played in CONCACAF, in the bounds of CONCACAF, unless you're in Ireland, which Mississippi State would never be. That would be cool, though. Who will win Suriname versus Guatemala? Honestly, at this point, I think Suriname. At this point. 22 minutes in, 0-0. State will get the ball back. Now, I mean, I thought it was cool when because now they have Matt Turner back and probably will never lose him again. And Matt Turner went back to MLS just to have a chance to go to the World Cup, and he won't because Matt Freese is that damn good. What an idiot. It is, but let's not act like the Club World Cup just didn't happen. There was a good amount of non-CONCACAF games there, especially during the knockout stage. Header. I mean, most of them I did were CONCACAF-related matches. This is true. That at least had one CONCACAF team playing. But there were games where I wasn't doing that. Bayern Munich versus Auckland City. Even during the group stage. Bayern Munich versus Auckland City. Atletico Madrid versus PSG. Once we got to the quarterfinals. Chelsea versus Flamengo. Kromenoik is coming out for State. Oh, we're going to play. Okay, yeah, we're not hitting 60 points. No. I got State on the other screen for the second half. And DeAndre Kerr is down hurt. Jesus. Tap dancing Christ. That's just, please tell me it's a cramp. Really, the gods want us to start Vilson at this point. If only the Pirate was here instead of Robin Fraser, we would be starting Vilson. At least right now. Honestly, with Vilson, if he's as good as I think he is, we might not need a DP striker. But that's neither here nor there. Kevin Long got hurt, replaced with Rawstead. DeAndre Kerr might have just got hurt, and he's getting replaced. Long is injured, and Kerr might just be injured as well. Both. Well, if you talk about Mississippi State demolishing Alcorn, yes, I do. I want Alcorn demolished. I want a 60-point win. That means we're really back. And we might just beat Georgia and Tennessee as well. We might be bowl eligible in 6-0. If we beat Alcorn 60-0, Mississippi State might just be 6-0 by their bye week. We might be bowl eligible by our bye week. No, you're not good this year. No. Georgia's not good this year. You're not good this year. State could beat y'all. Our defense is doing, I think they're doing just fine against Alcorn, and we'll have to play Northern Illinois next week. We'll beat them. They're not as good as they were last year, but I am trolling if they win. If State wins, I am trolling. I'm trolling at least one Notre Dame fan that I know. Because Mississippi State shouldn't, if Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois, Mississippi State shouldn't be beating them. But we will. Beating Northern Illinois ain't for everybody, eh? It ain't for everybody, but it's for Mississippi State. We're back. We're back, baby. We're back. We're going to beat Tennessee. They ain't got no defense. Joey Aguilar is okay, but they ain't got no defense. Ask Syracuse. We're better than Syracuse. Georgia, Gunnar Stockton ain't shit. Your defense ain't as tough as it used to be. Bring it. 6-0. We'll be bowl eligible by our bye week. We'll be bowl eligible by our bye week. We won't even need the Egg Bowl. We're still going to win it, but we won't even need it. We may go to a good bowl game. Hell, we might go to the playoff. We might go to the playoff. Mississippi State. TFC has no playoff shot in hell. But, you know. How we doing, Sean? Yeah. Y'all. Yeah, you did. And you almost blew it. Y'all almost blew it. Then Tennessee blew it. I like our chances against both of y'all. I like our chances against both of y'all, especially Tennessee. I like our chances against both of y'all. We will be bowl eligible by our bye week. First bye week, I should say. We might be a playoff team. And y'all thought Florida State was going to be the team who had the best turnaround season. They were supposed to. We weren't. Mississippi State, when they went 2-10, we were 2-10. Florida State had a lot of injuries and a lot of bullshit that went against them last year. They were supposed to be better. I don't know how much better, but beating Bama, I'm not too surprised. Mississippi State, dude, I didn't come into the season with expectations, but after last week and tonight, I have them now, which I'm glad. I'm very glad. I'm going to be disappointed very soon, am I? Yes, you are. I'd rather be disappointed than not have any hopes anyway. It feels better this way. It feels better this way. What about Ole Miss? We're going to beat them too. They don't even have a quarterback. They don't even have a good quarterback. Tennessee fumbling the bag. Well, do what you got to do. Fumbling the bag. Playing forward. 48-52, but it's a stalemate so far. Yeah, he's the problem. 109 times. Yeah, he's the problem. He's the problem. Sounds like Josh Heupel to me. Ay. You know what? Mississippi State is a dark horse to make the playoff this year. After what I've seen the past, I wouldn't say 3 weeks, but the past 2 weeks, you know what? Yeah, even without Whitson, yeah, we're a dark horse to make the playoff. I'm not kidding. Shot! What a save by Matt Turner. Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, with the way you phrased it, it doesn't sound good for him. The way you phrase it, it don't sound good for him. Don't sound good for him. All I have is the way you explained it, though. Corner for Toronto. Ball crossed in. Cleared away. Top of the box. Toronto ain't too bad tonight. Sadly enough, a draw would still eliminate them from playoff contention. No matter what happens in the other games. Oh, if you ever heard of Alcorn, here's probably where you heard of it. Steve McNair played college football at Alcorn State. Steve Air McNair. God rest his soul. How we doing, Cap? How we doing, Cappy? How we doing, Rafa? I mean, that sounds like a similar... It would be that person's fault. Or group. Like, I mean, if a thing keeps happening to you... If a thing keeps happening to you, you know... Fool me once, fool me twice, you know? It's pretty sickening to see the MLSC partner with the Bills. I don't care. I mean, there's a lot of Toronto fans that are... I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know... I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Mississippi State scored another touchdown. MLS, Toronto FC has 30.44 XG this season. Lowest in MLS. I can't wait till the season's over. I didn't say anything was wrong with them. I'm okay with the Bills. Like, I have a soft spot for them. Like, I want to see them succeed. Helps that Tom Brady beat the ever-loving shit out of them during his career. I hate the Miami Dolphins. I hate the Jets. I hate the Giants, but they're not AL or AFC East. But I don't hate the Bills. Like, I have a soft spot for them, really. You know? I like their fan base. I think they have a good team. You know? They're good. In my book, they're good. 34th minute. I know, but there's a lot of Toronto fans who are also Bills fans. Ball crossed in, header away. I've seen Toronto fans that are Lions fans. I know there's a good bit of Pats fans up there. I know the Bills are probably... It's probably 50% Bills and 50% a group of everybody else. That's kind of what it seems to me. It's kind of what it seems to me. But I know there's a good group of Pats fans. I've seen Lions fans, especially recently, because the Lions are good. I don't blame them, though. I mean, shit, I like watching the Lions, too. Florida team's losing right now, except the Miami 1-0 Charlotte. Huh. That, I feel like that, they haven't played them recently there. It possibly could be true if they haven't played them recently over the past, 5-6 years there. I could have sworn, though. Well, it's tough to play in El Salvador. But, okay, at least from 2022 on. I don't think they won there in 22. I can believe it. Haven't totally deep dived into it. I probably should, but yeah, I mean, it seems believable. 1-0 St. Louis over Montreal. Let's go. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I know. I saw. I'm watching. I want a 60-point win. We're 11 points away with 15 minutes to go. I need more. 11 points, baby. I need 11 points and a shutout, at least. Not that I bet on it. I just want us to win by 60. That means we're really back. I think they've played well tonight, though, so do that what you will. I'm sure you could fill in the blanks. Oh. Okay, that's... Carlson. That's an HR issue, but, you know. Good. I told you play wing back. Keep doing it. 4-9 Mississippi State. It just ain't working out for them. It just ain't working out for Atlanta. It's crazy, man. Offside on Mississippi State. 37th minute. 0-0 between Toronto and New England. A draw would eliminate us from playoff contention. Do that what you will. Oh, okay. Oh. That's just fucked. I don't get it. I really don't get it. 1st and 5 for Alcorn. I really don't get it. Just like the Coldplay concert. Hey. Sometimes when you call the dogs, you get a chihuahua. They may bark a lot. They ain't gonna do shit. A chihuahua might bark a lot, but they ain't gonna do shit. But what if they bite you? So what? The only way it's gonna do shit if it bites you is if it's rabid. The reason people... Like, I will admit, Chihuahuas and Pit Bulls kind of have a bad rap together for reasons of... Chihuahuas are allowed to be shitty because they're very small. You don't think you have to do any work with them. Train them in obedience or anything. You should, but because people don't, they get a bad rap. Pit Bulls, people train them to have the bad rap. It's all about the owner. But there are some shitty owners who fostered the bad rap, and there are other owners who don't train them and don't allow the bad rap to be broken. It's a very similar ideal. Now, if I would rather have a pit bull than a chihuahua, in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. Crawls in, saved. Header. Oh, Kerr's back on. Good, he ain't hurt. But either way. No, he's not a great coach, but I can't believe that he'd fall off that hard. Like NYCFC had a good squad, but I wouldn't say they were. I think it's a lot more injuries than anything else. But in my opinion, I think it's injuries. Oh Lord. Yeah, no, that's unusual. 5-0. So, point is, in my opinion, I think my point is, I don't think Chihuahuas deserve the bad rap they get, but the owners are they think it's so easy. It's not. Let's be honest, you have to train every dog and you have to work every dog. It's not like they could just be a freaking couch potato for 24 hours, day after day. You can't do that. Pit bulls, they have an undeserved bad rap as well. But I think there are people who want to try to fight that more. Like, in my opinion, when it comes down to it, I think people want to fight the pit bull's bad rap more than a Chihuahua's. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. You kind of have to. But, like, back in the 80s, it used to be German Shepherds and it used to be Rottweilers. It's always the big breeds that have a bad rap, but now it's pit bulls. I wonder what's next. Right? I don't think any of those breeds deserve a bad rap, frankly, but either way. Damn, 600 plus? Oh, yeah, it's Jersey. Shit, there was more than 600 people in my high school when they played football. Are we talking about gridiron football? Even when the team was shit, there was more than 600 people. At least 300 students. Jesus Christ, from what I can remember. You have the away side, everybody else. Shot save. So, damn, really? Jersey only has 600 people at football games? No penalty. That's crazy. Mississippi State will get the ball back. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even live in Texas, but there should be, like, Texas would be like 600? Hell. I don't know about Mississippi have more than 600 too, but I don't know that firsthand. What I do know firsthand, I don't know. About soccer, football, I don't know. But this is a soccer city too, so I'd say at least 600 or more. But if we're talking about gridiron football, even when the team's shit. Okay. Stands are kind of small. There's part of it's just a grass field where people hang out. There's also a hill next to the stands. Yeah, there's like 3 stands. Like my high school football field had 3 stands. Student section was on that end my whole career, but then it got moved to this end. Away side and home side. So, and they were big stands. I wouldn't say big stands. They were not enclosed, but it was like 5, 10, there were like 6, 7 sets of risers on the student section, about 10 or 12 on that end, and even longer on this end, but about wider, and then about 13 or 14 on that end with the announcing PA booth on top. So, it just depends, I guess. You only have one. So not even an away side. That's just sad. Oh, Kamario Taylor's in for State. Let's go. That's just sad. No away side? Second down. No PI. 45 minutes. $25 for 10 Gatorades. That's $2.50 each. Hey, I could do some math. $2.50 each, right? Okay. $2.50 for a Gatorade? It ain't worth the freaking paper it's printed on. Shit. $2.50 for a Gatorade? Okay. 4 minutes stoppage time. $2.50 for a Gatorade? Third quarter is about to end for State. 4 minutes of stoppage time for TFC. Can they get a goal? Petretta blocked away out for a corner. Toronto ain't done so bad. I'm not saying they're perfect, but they ain't done so bad. A draw does not help them one bit, though. That's the sad part. Well, it knocks them out, so. Okay. Understandable. They don't have any other food. Flag on the play. Corner for TFC. Ball crossed in short. Mihailovic with a cross. Header over the bar. Playing forward. How's Mihailovic been for TFC? I think he's been okay. I could ask for better, but I think he's been okay. He's got a couple of assists, no goals yet. I think he's done okay. Not exactly lived up to the contract they've given him, but, you know, it's my opinion at least. Okay. That seems fair. Had his moments, yeah. I think he's had his moments. 48th minute. '48th minute. I think so, yes. I think he does. If they got a proper supporting cast, I think he shows up. I don't think we could just throw the baby out with the bathwater yet. Besides, I mean, we gave him all that money, so unless Europe comes calling, we're stuck with him anyway. So I think he does show up, though. I don't see why he wouldn't. The dude had MVP form back when he was in Montreal. He played well in Colorado. Why wouldn't he play well here if he had a cast? I don't see why he wouldn't. He fumbled. State has the ball. Scoop and score. Scoop and score. Scoop and score. No, they're going to start the fourth quarter at like the 2-yard line. Whatever. It's fine. That's good for me. Damn, I thought Mississippi State was going to scoop and score. 49th minute. 10 minutes to go. Mississippi State just got a fumble, took it to the 2-yard line. They'll have to go the other way and finish off the drive. I want a Camario wheel route. Boom. And that was a fumble. He was not down. That popped out of his hands. Halftime. 0-0. You'll live with it. 0-0. Halftime. We will take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. 0-0 at the half. Not a result Toronto needs to stay alive. But they need to win. Latte Laugh, at least he should be. With that being said, we'll take a short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. We are back for the stats of the half. It's 0-0. No deposit for Corinthians tonight. That's crazy. Well, good for him. I'm sure you're happy. With that being said, we got stats at the half. I will quickly read them before Mississippi State takes back on offense. And they could score. Interesting. With that being said, stats at the half. We have 44% possession to 56% possession. 6 shots on goal to 6. We have 6 shots to 6. 2 shots on goal to 4. 178 accurate passes, 84% to 232, 87%. 8 fouls to 8. We have 2 corners to 3. We have 6 shots to 6. 2 shots on goal to 4. We have 212 passes to 266. 84% pass accuracy to 87. 0 offside to 0. 6 throws to 5. 2 yellow cards to 1. 0 red cards to 0. 0-0 at the half. Frankly, it's been an even game. I think Toronto's had their moments. And I think Toronto's had their moments. And frankly, I think New England's had their moments. I think both teams have done their jobs. Well, State's about to score a touchdown, so I can't really bullshit. That's why. I can't really bullshit. They just got a fumble and they're about to score a touchdown. So thank Mississippi State. I can't bullshit. With that being said, I told you it's a semi-double tonight. And unannounced double, but either way. With that being said, I think Toronto's done well tonight. I don't think they've been too bad. I don't think they've been too good. I think they are playing down the middle of what they should be. They need to win this game to still have a chance to be alive for playoff contention. They can do that. Wouldn't shock me if this stays a draw and they're eliminated from playoff contention, even picking up a point. It's a really even game, and Toronto, I think, have had the better chances. But I need to see nice. I need to see them do more. Mississippi State are 3 yards away from a touchdown. Cromanoke, wheel route, touchdown, Mississippi State. Touchdown, Mississippi State, 55-0 over Alcorn with 9:55 to go. I think we're getting to 60 points. 56, we need 1 more touchdown or 2 field goals to get to 60 points. I don't know about the shutout, though. I don't know about that. But no, I could care less. I might watch the boxing tonight, though, on my own time. Good. 56-0. I might watch the boxing tonight on Netflix, though. Canelo versus Crawford, I think. I might watch the boxing, though. Hopefully it doesn't shit itself like the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson match. Then again, Raw never shit its pants when it was on Netflix, so I don't know. I want more points. I want 1 more touchdown for Mississippi State and no points scored by Alcorn. I want one more touchdown. One more touchdown. One more. We got 10 minutes. We can do it. We'll get at least one more offensive series. I need a touchdown. One touchdown. Give me a touchdown. Partially, yeah. I ain't got shit else to do. So. I'll be up here for the Intercontinental Cup at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So I do have to sleep a little bit earlier, but other than that, not like a Formula One Grand Prix. It's not like a Formula One Grand Prix where I have to basically like just go to sleep after I'm done with this stream and video, which is good. Sam Surridge might win the Golden Boot in MLS. What world are we living in? What world are we living in? Jeez. I don't know, man. We got... Oh. If I wanted to drink Gatorade, maybe it was... I don't like the way Gatorade tastes. I don't feel like there's any taste to a Gatorade, frankly. Maybe that's because the one time I drank it, I had the damn flu. And I never wanted to drink it again. And I think it was like a clear Gatorade as well, which probably didn't help as well. Either way. Oh, they're playing the national title game in Miami this year. Okay. I'm sure you could. I think the plastic would melt before anything else could happen. Maybe the water, maybe the drink would boil. I don't think they ever did that. Even season 1, I don't even think, did they? I either feel like the plastic would melt or the water would boil. I don't know what would happen first, but it would be boring. It would be boring. It would not catch on fire. It would not explode because there's no alcohol. It's a pretty taut plastic bottle. I don't see it doing anything but the plastic melting or the drink basically boiling away. I don't see anything other than that happening, really. So, I don't know. I don't go to college. I never did go to college. College is a scam. I'm not a doctor or a lawyer. So how can I answer that when I never went? The only reason I root for Mississippi State, hell, my dad didn't even go to Mississippi State. When he was in high school, he just spent a lot of time in Starkville before he went to the military. And he's a State fan over Ole Miss. But, I mean, he still roots for Ole Miss if they're not playing State. Either way, he didn't go to State. I didn't go to State. Maybe my future kids will go to Mississippi State. Maybe the third time's the charm. I don't know. I hope it is. At least for one of them. Third time's the charm. Fumble! Ah, shit. State didn't get it. Ah, damn. With that being said. Panama never won in El Salvador. I thought you were just saying in the bottle. I thought you were just saying in the bottle. I thought you were saying as an experiment, not to actually eat the shit. See, that's where my mind went. I thought you were talking about an experiment of microwaving something you shouldn't. I didn't know you were actually asking that you could. I guess, yeah, you can. Either way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alcorn's going to punt. That's just sad. No. No. If I watch, I'm watching it on my own. Panama's never won in El Salvador. Alcorn punting the ball away. We'll have some good field position. Where the hell did that go? 7:29 to go. Hail, dear old state, fight for that victory today. Hit the line and tote the ball. Cross the goal before you fall. Now we yell, yeah, 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 for dear old state. We yell like Hell, fight for Mississippi State. Win the game today, Hail State. No, I didn't. Because I really had no reason to. I'm sure it tastes better that way, though, because it's more concentrated. Like, explain it like this. Kool-Aid. Like, Kool-Aid jammers aren't bad. You know, the pouch Kool-Aid isn't bad, but if you make the Kool-Aid out of the powder, it's better. If you make a pitcher of Kool-Aid out of the powder, it's better because it's more concentrated and you can add as much sugar as you want. By the way, do I do a little bit of hot water? I don't remember. It's been a long time. Either way, you pour the pouch in first, then the sugar over the Kool-Aid powder, then I think it's just cool water. I think it is just cool water. Because you're going to put it in the fridge anyway. Yeah, I think it's just cool water. Hot water's tea. Either way, it comes out better that way. I don't know why. It comes out better that way if you put the sugar above the powder. Like you cover the powder in the sugar. It comes out better. Also, it does get better the longer you let it sit. But either way, I used to... Back in the day, I used to make a lot of Kool-Aid. I know my way around Kool-Aid. Trust me. I know my way around Kool-Aid. Trust me. I know my way around some Kool-Aid. Trust me. I know. It's been a long time. Now that you make me talk about it, I want to make some more. Either way. See if I could still do it. The Buffs look trash this year. I could have told you that was going to happen without Travis Hunter and Shador. I like Dion, but we've never seen him coach a team without his sons, and adopted son. Not that Shiloh did anything, really, but, he was playing. I say adopted son because he's basically called Travis that. Let's be real, okay? Like, Dion legit has called Travis Hunter his adopted son. It's not like anything we're joking about. He said that shit. Especially when Travis had his kid. He said it before, but he even said it now. Like, I look at him like a son, is what Dion said. Which, I mean, that's wholesome. I'm not hating on it. I totally respect it. I love that. Dion, I think Dion's a good dude. I think he's an amazing dude. I love Dion. I think he's an amazing dude. I think he's a damn good coach. I think he's a good leader. But it was always going to be tough. It was always going to be tough for Colorado, I think. So NYCFC game started. Yeah. As I said, I've only hot Gatorade. Oh, no, I'm not crazy. Not that crazy, at least. Second half to start. New England to Camario. First down, baby. Mississippi State. New England to kick off the second half. 0-0. Let's see if Toronto can somehow win this game. 6:21 to go. Matt Turner to kick the ball away. 45th minute. And Alcorn players down hurt. Playing forward, Gavrin picks it up. I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, we talk about hot? No. Room temp, like it cools down or it warms up to room temp. I mean, I could do it. Coke or Sprite. I could drink some that warms up to room temp, at least the last half of the can or whatever. I never really let that happen. But say I have a can out or a bottle out and I take a nap. Like I wake up early and I take a nap before I drink the rest of my can, you know, or bottle. Yeah, but I'll finish it, you know. Like I wouldn't say it gets hot. This house ain't that hot. But either way, you know, that's crazy. WWE sold out. How we doing left turn? Henry. Yeah, Henry. Another left turn. And another left turn. Yes. But hell, New Orleans did. New Orleans was supposed to get a WrestleMania after it got shafted for Vegas anyway. And now they get shafted for Saudi Arabia. I mean, I hate that for New Orleans. I mean, New Orleans, now, what about, let's say Katrina 2.0 hits before Saudi Arabia WrestleMania? Do you want it now? Well, now you can't do it. That would be more like, well, that sucks, you know, but it's not like they saw it coming. I mean, I've been saying that it's going to be sooner rather than later when it comes to Katrina 2.0. That I've said. But, then again, can you really call Katrina? Really, you really would have to call it Camille 3.0 because, I mean, Hurricane Camille was Katrina before Katrina. Like, if your grandparents lived in the South in the 60s and they were adults or even kids, they'd be like, but what do you know about Camille? What do you know about Hurricane Camille? Like, Katrina was bad. I mean, Camille wasn't as bad as Katrina. Katrina was worse because it was bigger. But Hurricane Camille packed a punch, especially on Mississippi, especially on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Like, if you go to Biloxi or Waveland, you'll see markers and memorials about both hurricanes when it comes to Camille and Katrina. Yeah, WrestleMania should have gone to Europe or Asia, actually. I could even add Asia. But either way. But I agree. But again, I mean, it's off topic, but 49th minute. Like, here's New England. Shot over the bar. When it comes down to it, Mississippi State has the ball. Yeah, second down and 9 at best. Saudi Arabia paid a lot of money to get it sooner rather than later. That means 2 years from now, hey, at least we got Vegas again. What happened to Minnesota? Either way. Wasn't Minnesota supposed to get one soon? Either way. What? The fuck? Huh? How in the hell? What the hell, Brian Kelly? You fraud. The more I see going on in the SEC, the more I think Mississippi State can actually make the playoff this year. It's not like, no joke. After the past 3 weeks, all the shit that I'm seeing go down the SEC to the so-called contenders, Ole Miss doesn't have a quarterback. Georgia don't really have a quarterback. Tennessee, they ain't got no defense. Florida sucks ass. LSU struggling to Florida? Shit, Mississippi State could make the playoff. Camario end around, 20, 10. Okay, 4:40 to go. It's like, dude, man, Mississippi State could actually make the playoff this year. Oh, that's what they got. Okay. Yeah, probably. I would guess so. 425. Like, Mississippi State could actually make the college football playoff this year. The more I see, the more I believe it. The more I believe it. LAFC is winning 2-0 the first 8 minutes. That doesn't surprise me. Camario Taylor in for Mississippi State at the 15-yard line. Get me a touchdown. Player down hurt for TFC. They hand the ball off. That's going to be a first down for Mississippi State. They're going to hit 60 points. They're going to hit 60 points. Vilsant coming on. I'm happy about State, just to be clear. I'd love for Toronto to get a WrestleMania. There's a flag on the play. First down. Holding, of course. Son of a... Okay, scratch that. Dominguez and Vilsant coming on for Toronto. They're second and third subs. Yeah, I still don't think they're going to miss the playoffs, though. 46 will be New Orleans. Oh, okay. I'm happy about that. Nolans deserves another Mania. But there's been 2 in the past decade already. Who cares? New Orleans is New Orleans. And that's a touchdown for Mississippi State. 62-0, Mississippi State. We're back, baby. We're back. Exactly. We're back, baby. We're back. Well, there you go. Hurricanes are up 35-6. See, that's what Florida should have done. Miami might actually be good. They might win the freaking tank conference this year. And this is going to be 63-0. Yes, it is. 63-0, Mississippi State. 3:30 to go. Because they're a bunch of frauds. Oh, by the way, no Suarez. And Obondo's hurt, I think. So, but Miami's a bunch of frauds. That's why. They're a bunch of frauds. Thanks for the $1.99. Come on, Vilsant. Let's go, Vilsant. DeAndre Kerr off for Jewel Anthony Vilsant. And Jordan Mihailovic gets the armband when Osorio comes off for Dominguez. Toronto FC needs to win this game to have any chance of being alive for a playoff spot next week. 3:30 to go. Mississippi State winning 63-0. I need a shutout. Hold the shutout. Hold the shutout. Don't screw with me. Hold the shutout. As I said, it's a non-announced semi-double when it comes to Mississippi State. We're back. All I know is we're back. All I know is, who are you to Alcorn State? Well, I don't know if you knew this, but Alcorn State was where Steve McNair played his college football. Alcorn State. I know you're doing the who are you chant, but I will answer. Alcorn State is a HBCU in Mississippi, in the state of Mississippi. That's why I'm playing Mississippi State. They're getting some money from a school, a big school inside the state. But they're a SWAC school, one of the 4 SWAC schools in Mississippi, along with Mississippi Valley State and Jackson State, and I'm trying to think of the other one. I know there's at least 3, but I think there's 4. But either way, Dillon, of course, coached at Jackson State. People will know that before he went to Colorado. Mississippi Valley State in Itabena. I don't know. Some people may have heard of Valley State. I'm not sure. It's going through some really hard times, though, which is sad. But in the Delta, Itabena, I actually was a couple of years ago in Itabena, right where the college was. We stopped and saw a memorial for some veterans a couple of years ago. We were driving through the city of Itabena, so that was near the school. So that was cool. But Alcorn is where Steve McNair played his college football. Rest in peace, Steve McNair. Should have never went out like that. Either way, legend Steve McNair. How greedy Saudi's getting Royal Rumble. How we doing, Jimmy? Still 0-0 for Toronto versus New England. Two minutes to go. 2-minute warning. That sounds awesome. No viruses on that site, by the way. Cross in, shot wide. Seems a little bit too good to be true, I won't lie. But either way, what happened to RSL this year? They fell off. I see a lot of legends taking a bag that they probably wouldn't get anywhere else, yes. Except John Cena, weirdly. I think John's being serious when he says he's not going to step in a ring again to wrestle after this year's over. I think he's being serious. Now, will he show up as a promo? Possibly. I could see that happening in any case, but I could see him showing up to cut a promo or be like the host of WrestleMania. I could see, well, no. If they pay him enough money, I mean, he's gone to Saudi recently, I think. So, well, yeah, he just wrestled Punk there. So, but even before that, I don't think John will wrestle there. I think he's being serious there. Money talks and bullshit walks. I don't know if Sean wants to do another match. I don't think he's that stupid. 58th minute. I think he knows he's cooked, but who knows? They're going to pay him enough money. It would suck if there was enough money for him to come back and actually wrestle a match in Saudi Arabia. That means they ain't paying him enough to run NXT. How we doing, William? I hope Toronto win. I hope so, too. Yeah, I like boxing. I might watch the pay-per-view tonight. Well, no, I'm not calling them premium live events. No, it's stupid. I'm used to saying pay-per-view. So even if it's not a pay-per-view because it's a subscription service that's showing it for free with the subscription service, it's a pay-per-view to me. Either way. The Canelo fight, I think I'll probably watch it after this is over. Yeah. No coverage. I'm watching it on my own, but I think I might watch it. Yeah. Why not? It's free on Netflix. Why not? Why not? I ain't got shit else to do. Frankly, even if I wanted to watch the pay-per-views for the rest of the year, I probably couldn't because Toronto and MLS playoff games those nights. If they don't get ESPN Unlimited connected with YouTube TV for free by January, I don't know, actually. I might. There is a VPN through our antivirus that we already have. 2 minutes to go. We've never used it. But if I could get that app on my Fire Stick so I could use VPN to watch it on Netflix, yeah, I mean, possibly. I ain't going to pay for a VPN either, but it'd still be more cheaper than the freaking ESPN bullshit. And as you know, I might just spoof it to beat Canada when it comes to the VPN. as you would expect. 60th minute, ball crossed in, header over the bar. I don't know though, really. I'm not totally sure. They're screwed, man. What do you mean frauds? Florida are screwed. I can't believe it's close against LSU. I can't believe it's close. Corner for the Revs. Oh, yeah, they're going to do that. It sounds like that's what they're planning. 1:12 to go. Flag on the play. False start on Alcorn State. Ball cleared away. It feels like that's what they're going to do. So, yeah, but I got some salsa from earlier today because we had a Mexican restaurant. We got food from a Mexican restaurant in the evening. I wouldn't say evening, morning, 11 a.m. before midday. I ate a quesadilla. We still have some chips and salsa left over. So I'm going to eat those after I'm done with the review and watch some damn boxing. Sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Nice. What was in it? Free kick, 60th minute. Please don't tell me it was Chipotle. Saved by Gavrin. Oh! That's going to go out for a corner kick. And the punt is away. And Mississippi State, they'll probably be able to kneel out the game. Honestly, just do it. Steak burrito, got chips and guac. Steak burrito sounds good. Guac, that ain't my forte, frankly. I'm not really a fan of guacamole. I prefer salsa. It's a local taqueria. Well, that sounds good. Blue Jays won. Argos won. Go TFC, go. TFC, they need to win to stay alive. I don't know if they will. They're playing solidly, but also, this one's for me. Mississippi State. Why are they running the ball with 40 seconds to go? I know it's Alcorn, but just kneel it out. 63-0, 35 seconds. Just kneel it out. What are we doing, Jeff? Fool. Just kneel the ball out. It's done. We got the 60 points I wanted. We have the shutout. Kneel the ball out. Did we have to run a play? Oh, they're going to win the game. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You could wrap this one in maroon and white. Mississippi State beat Alcorn 63-0. Mississippi State starts 3-0 for the first time since 2018. Largest shutout since 1950 versus Arkansas State. Let's go. Even if that's a good day for me. That was your idea. Canelo will take that money. That's why he's fighting. Yeah, because the thing about Chipotle is it's a total scam. I don't even think it's that good anyway. I ain't going to go to Chipotle. I don't want to go to Chipotle. I think it's a scam. Honestly, I think it's a scam. Crockpot chili. That sounds good. I don't think AJ's going to make it to WrestleMania 44. I think he's done soon, frankly. I hate it, but it's true. Shot wide. That's a goal kick for TFC, 64th minute. Now let's fully focus on the rest of this game. That would be good. Dom versus Ray, that'd be good. Or Canelo versus Dom. Well, he's already doing stuff for Riyadh season, so yeah. He will take that money. I mean, I would be happy, but it ain't going to happen. Belt to ass for Mississippi State. I've never ate at Chipotle. Besides, I would not know that. I've never went to Chipotle. But if you want to talk about Taco Bell, I don't know what people are talking about Taco Bell. I've never had the bubble guts after I've ate Taco Bell. So do with that what you will. Hey, you set it up. Taco Bell's good with a pinch. Like if you're rushed, Taco Bell's good. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's either way. No, I haven't. I don't know about Chipotle. I can't tell you. I've never ate there and I never will. I never will. Fast food is fast food. True. Yeah. I would rather go to the Asada. I'd rather go to the Asada or actual Mexican restaurant. And I mean an actual Mexican restaurant. No Chevy's Fresh Mex or whatever. Trust me, like if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant, it's going to be authentic. At least to what I think. It ain't going to be Chevy's Fresh Mex or Chipotle or what's another one? What's another one that's a chain? I mean, sometimes I'll go to Taco Bell because, I can't get a Doritos Locos Taco anywhere else. By the way, the Cool Ranch ones are back, which are the ones I like. I don't really like nacho cheese Doritos, but Cool Ranch, though, I really need to go to Taco Bell before they get rid of those. Just one more time. They might get rid of the Cool Ranch tacos again. I need to get one. I need to get 2 or 3 of them before they get rid of them. Because they might. Well, the way it's probably a short-term thing. So this is how people feel about the McRib. So this is how people feel about the McRib. This is how I feel about Cool Ranch. Yeah, okay. Or white hot chocolate. It's like I called college a scam and I've never went. Sometimes you know when things are scams without even trying it. My eyes are open. You can't fool me. You can't fool me, kid. You can't fool me. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my thing. What I want McDonald's to bring back is the white hot chocolate. That's what I want. But they won't do it. They won't do it. Punks, you're cowards. You could just go to freaking Starbucks, Ryan. Yeah, but does it taste the same? 68th minute. Then again, Swiss Miss tasted just fine, so I guess it should taste the same at Starbucks, but it should. But either way, I could go to Starbucks. I don't know if it probably would hit the same, but 69th minute, 0-0. I could go. I don't drink coffee, so Starbucks doesn't give out donuts or sell donuts. So I don't know if Dunkin' sells white hot chocolate though. Tim Hortons. Well, okay. Well, actually, I mean, Timbits are still good, but okay, no, Tim Hortons has its problems too. It's definitely fallen off in quality, but that's what happens when you sell off to private equity. You lose quality for profits. Tim Hortons used to be Canadian owned. Then they sold to private equity. Well, even when didn't they sell to like KFC and Yum Brands? Even then they were fine. And then Yum Brands got sold to private equity. Never sell to private equity, but they're buying everything. How sad. 70th minute. Yeah. Now you're just trolling. Huh. They have sandwiches there? Huh. Thought that was a Tim Hortons thing. 70th minute. Fair enough. Yes, I do. This is... I have my ways. Call the pirate. I have my ways. I have my ways. I have my opinions and I have my ways. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Good for him. He just left, I think. See, here's the thing. I don't give a shit. See, here's the thing. I say what I want. There is no filter here. That's the problem. There is no filter here. If it comes to my brain and gets to my mouth, I'm probably going to say it. You'll get my opinions on anything. Whether I say it or you ask, you'll get my opinions on anything. There's some things I might think twice about. Because I'm not stupid. But I mean, why am I... What, you think I'm playing forward? That's a free kick the other way. You know how Mike Leach was? Yeah, that's how I am. You know how Mike Leach was? That's how I am. Mad scientist and opinionated as F. Oh, you're going to hear it. Oh, you're going to hear it. Do what you want, but you're going to hear it. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Good game, no. Based run. I'm more like Mike Leach, but if you want to talk about wrestlers, I guess. I have the mentality of John Cena with the mouth of CM Punk. Yeah. And the body type, but less tattoos. Oh, and Coca-Cola instead of Pepsi. I am straight edge, though, so. I mean, CM Punk is the reason I'm straight edge, so that totally tracks. But either way, I have the mentality and belief system of John Cena with a mouth of CM Punk. Yeah, we'll go with that, and the body type and the straight edge-ness. Yeah, that works. That works. Frankly, I'd rather compare myself to Mike Leach, though. But there's a lot of pieces. Either way, there's a lot of pieces. But wrestlers-wise, yeah, mouth of Punk mentality is Cena. Goal for Corbianu! Theo Corbianu scores for Toronto FC! What a shot! 1-0. 1-0, baby. Theo Corbianu. Theo Corbianu, baby. What a shot. Always have been. What a goal for Theo Corbianu. 1-0. Let's go. Corbianu. What a play. Switches the play. Corbianu, it finally worked for him. It finally worked for him. Take it himself and shoot it. It finally worked. It finally worked for him. Wow, let's go, Theo. Let's go, Theo. Theo Corbianu may have just kept us alive. At least he did his part. Lovely. 75th minute. 0-1. Yep. Now, don't blow it. 15 minutes to go. Don't blow it. St. Louis beat Montreal 2-0. Lovely. And Chicago's beating NYCFC. Shit. Well, it doesn't. It may not matter. It may not matter. It may not matter. Chicago is beating NYCFC, which would knock us out of the playoffs. By the time I make the video, the year season is over. Well, we won't know. But come on, New York. You better score a damn goal. Come on, New York. Well, you better win the game. Score 2. Chicago beating New York. And they jumped New York as well in the standings. So it doesn't matter what the Red Bulls do if this holds. But I'll take it. At least Toronto-wise. Yep. Hurricanes up 4-2-12. Horrigo. Easy. Playing forward, that's out for a corner. Playing forward. Well, there you go. Substitution, Brandon By. I think you've made the right decision. Personally. 78th minute. Tanner Beeson on or off for Brandon By. Throw in. Let me see if Ron know history. What'd you say? Oh. Richie Larea's on for Cifuentes. Playing forward. Oh. Well, is it pulled or torn? Was it pulled or torn? 79th minute. What was it, pulled or torn? There's a difference. It still hurts, but which one was it? Richie Larea's wearing the armband. Why would you just take the armband off Mihailovic then? What? That's crazy. He didn't come off, right? Like, why would you? Mihailovic with another assist. Why would you? That makes no sense. Well, I guess Richie's been here longer, but that's just crazy. I don't know how he just texted me. What, like at home? He pulled his Achilles? Ugh. That's just something. He pulled his Achilles at home? I would lose my shit. If that was me, I would lose my shit. Well, I don't know how. Hell, I don't know how that's possible either. Richie Larea got a yellow card. I don't know how that was possible either. (1-1) equalizer by NYCFC. Let's go. Lovely. Good for TFC. Now get the winner. Fernandez. Okay, good. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the end of the year. The year's getting closer to ending. We're getting closer to daylight saving. Of course, it's getting darker, quicker out there. Like, that's the way the world works. That's the way the world works. It's the way the world works. That's life. Save by Gavrin, 82nd minute. It's the way the world works. Guess who just got a red again? Toto Aviles. Tomas Aviles got a red card. Miami might actually be in the wild card spots this year. Holy Lord. If New York wins, Miami's going to drop to a wild card spot. Now, the good news is Miami has like so many games in hand because of all the bullshit they've done. Well, all the games they've played, they have so many games in hand. That's the good news. The bad news is they would be sitting in a wild card spot if New York takes the lead. If New York takes the lead, they'll be sitting in a wild card spot. Rolstead, top of the box, shot, save, 83rd minute. Yep, that makes sense. That's a call. There's a red card for you. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a call I'll respect. Hell no, Sean. Besides Sean, Vilson! What a save by Matt Turner. Man, Vilson could have put the freaking door shut. Damn it. Vilson could have shut the door, and he did not do so. I did not make that bet. And I'm not making that bet. I could give a shit less. I'm not the Irish guy. I didn't make that bet. Playing forward. Watching LAFC and Toronto's games now. (83rd minute. We need a goal. Get one, boys. Get one. Richie Larea punches the ball through. Still has it. Vilson. Back to Larea. Larea. Vilson. Save by Matt Turner. Jesus, man. I ain't making no bet. You can bet with Isaiah. He's the Miami fan. As long as Miami makes the playoffs, I won't complain. At least I can get one game with plus views. So do that what you will. I ain't the one who makes stupid bets. Or talk to the Irish guy. He's the one who makes stupid bets. I ain't the one who makes stupid bets. Do with that what you will. 85th minute. '85th minute. That one random Buwanga goal. If you know, you know. Offside. Offside on New England. 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Who are your MLS contenders now? Portland, San Diego, Philadelphia, and Seattle. Portland, Seattle, San Diego, and Philadelphia. Vancouver is, if they were as hot as they were to start the year, I'd say Vancouver, but they're still a dark horse. I'm not saying they're out of it, but they're not top like they were back in June. But Miami ain't either. I'd say Miami's a dark horse still. I'd say Vancouver's a dark horse. And Columbus, if they get their shit together, they're a dark horse. Those three are the dark horses that if they get their shit together, they're true contenders. Seattle did get their shit together. So Portland, Seattle, San Diego, and Philly. Cincinnati, I ain't going to trust them until they get a win. Until they get a playoff series win, I'm not trusting them. Because even then, they choked at Leagues Cup as well. They choked in Leagues Cup again, Cincinnati. So I don't trust Cincinnati as far as I could throw them until they win a playoff game. Or I should say a playoff series. If they win a playoff series, I'll trust them. And even then, I mean, they did get to the conference final back in 23, but we saw how that played out. So I don't trust Cincinnati right now. But dark horses, if they get their shit together, Miami, Vancouver, and Columbus, if they get their shit together. If they could get their shit together and get back to the high point in form over the last year or so, those three are dark horses. Cincinnati, I'd probably put them with the dark horses only because they can. Do I trust them? No. Do I trust them? No. As far as I can throw them? No. But I'll put them with the dark horses. Not because they need to get their shit together. They need to win a big game or a big round. If they win a big game or a big round, then I'll believe in them more and probably move them to contenders. But right now, they're dark horses only because I don't trust them. They're different. Columbus needs to get their shit together. They can. Miami needs to get their shit together. They can. Look at the Club World Cup and that little run after and before. And Vancouver, Champions Cup. Look at that. That Vancouver would win the MLS Cup. I believe that 100%. They got to get their shit together. They've kind of fallen off a little bit. So where does Minnesota rank? I'd say Minnesota, especially without Oluwaseyi. Like, they're a sleeper. I wouldn't be shocked if they went and did it. I wouldn't be totally shocked if Minnesota went and won the MLS Cup this year. I do not put them with the dark horses, and I don't put them with the favorites. I think they're a team with a chance. They're not a team with no chance. They are a sleeper, but Oluwaseyi being gone changes a lot, in my opinion. That changes a good bit. If he was there, I'd probably put them with the teams where, hey, if this goes right, probably more with Cincinnati than the teams who have to get their shit together. I think Minnesota's been very good. Shot goal for New England! And that might just be the dagger on Toronto's season. And that's a goal for Luca Langoni. He might have just driven the dagger into Toronto's casket. this season. Luca Langoni with a banger. Deflection 2. Absolute deflection. Falls back. Langoni gets the ball. It gets deflected to Langoni. He takes the shot, and it deflects off a defender, and Luca Langoni makes it 1-1. The season, what a fluky goal, and that might be the one that ends our season. 90th minute. Let's see how much stoppage time we get. Can we take the lead? We may not have to worry about the other results. We may not have to worry about those. We're still equal to Atlanta on points, though, so that's cool. 90-20. Luca Langoni might have just put the dagger to Toronto's season. 6 minutes of stoppage time. 1-1. Keep building. They're actually doing really well, but not this year, but they need to keep building for like the next 2 or so years. Luca Langoni. Maybe just next year, but either way. Playing forward. 92 minutes. Hugo Kuiper's top 5 strikers in MLS. Honestly, yeah. He's a damn good striker. Playing forward. Cross in. Header. Richie Larea. Cleared away. 4 minutes to go. And our season, even if we got a point, may just be over. Well, we still have to play 5 games, but no playoff contention. Shot headed away. It's going to be a goal kick for Toronto. Even if we get 1 point, our season might be over. But we are better than 2007. Can we get better than 2021 with 5 games to go? Or just hit 30 points. That would be nice. Or just hit 30-some points. That would be nice. Header. Corbianu. Come on, man. Keep it going, man. Corbianu, this one's on you, man. This is our best chance. We got him on the break. Corbianu. And they lose the ball. Goal kick. And Matt Turner gets shithoused a bit, but that wouldn't be. I know, it just would have been nice to see them keep it alive against New England. Man, Gillette Stadium's hell for us. This has got to be the worst your season is over feeling ever. We drew and had a pretty good game, but because of a bullshit goal, no matter what the results are on the other games we had to worry about, at least we didn't do our part. And we kind of got screwed as well, like goal kick for Turner, 93rd minute. I would say Baribo. I think he's doing fine too. I never thought he'd have the fire this high. I didn't also think Toronto would be, I wouldn't say this bad, but either way. Like, what sucks about this game is I thought Toronto played a damn good game. I think Toronto's played a solid game. I think Toronto's played a solid game. 34th minute. So, 94th minute. I hope they're smart, but I don't think so. 95th minute. They should be smart, but they're not. So do with that what you will. Playing forward. Be a goal kick with a minute to go. FIFA 18. FIFA 18 was a good one. Yeah, FIFA 18. Take care. Take care of Georgie. I miss him at the fire. That's been damn near, I wouldn't say a decade, but Georgie. Georgie, whatever. And Larea got fouled. Free kick, probably the last kick of the game. FIFA 17, I'll agree there. That's a good one, too. One of those two, FIFA 18 or 17. 96th minute, Toronto, last kick of the game. I hope Portland wins, but it doesn't matter anymore unless there's some special stuff here. And Rolstead missed the header, and that's probably going to do it. Your season is, when the whistle is blown, our season is over. Even though we still have to play 5 more games, but you know what I mean. Nothing to play for. I'll still do those games live, though. Yay. I don't think this is the longest gap between games where it didn't matter. I don't think this is the worst season we've had when it comes to games that didn't matter, but and it's full time. 1-1. No worries about the other results. Luca Langoni drove the nail in Toronto FC's coffin for 2025. With that being said, it is done. Whether Chicago wins or not, or draws, doesn't matter. Where Red Bulls win, doesn't matter. Toronto plays 5 more games, and then their season is over, and you won't see them till February. They got a point, but at what cost? With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And your season is over. Special of RSR 7 for Toronto FC. Yeah, with that being said, I'm out. Peace. See ya.